Welcome to my YouTube channel and Facebook page. I am Hussan Taj. Today I will discuss symbols used in novel Middlemarch, which was written by George Eliot. First of all, we will see that what is a symbol. Symbols are ideas, objects or persons used by a writer to describe different thoughts. First symbol is jewelry. In the beginning of novel, we see Miss Celia asks Miss Dorothea, let's see late mother's jewelry and divide. Miss Dorothea did not show interest. It shows that Miss Dorothea, the main protagonist of the novel, is not shallow by nature. While Miss Celia is very showy, she took jewelry hastily. Miss Celia asks Miss Dorothea take the cross to wear, but she refuses. It also shows she is not traditional or religious. Later on, marrying Ladislaw, she proves that she is moderate and different. Portrait of Miss Julia Casaubon. Portrait of Miss Julia Casaubon connected Miss Dorothea's mind to Will Ladislaw. Miss Julia was grandmother of Mr. Will Ladislaw, who was disinherited by Casaubon's family along with her children for marrying non-Englishman. The same act was done by Mrs. Casaubon, who left all property willingly to marry Will Ladislaw and left Middlemarch. Horses. Horses play important role as symbol in novel. We see it is used to show loss and grief. Mr. Fred bought horses to earn money, but instead of earning money, not only he lost his money but also lost trust of his father, Mr. Caleb Garth's family, and also faced problems for marrying Miss Mary Garth. Miss Rosamond Lydgate was fond of horse riding, but she lost her baby in horse riding, so we see that horses brought loss for them. Money. We see money plays important role in novel. Miss Dorothea marries Mr. Casaubon that he will spend money on cottages building, and these cottages were going to build for farmers with better facilities so she can improve life of farmers, but it did not happen. Miss Rosamond married Lydgate. She thought he was a rich man and he will bring a fortune for her. She will be able to move in high society. Lydgate got money by Bulstrode, but this money put him in trouble. Mr. Bulstrode did every evil thing to get money. Mr. Fred also wanted to make money. So we see all the characters are affected by money. They are running to get it. Money is symbol of grief for them. Will box. Mr. Featherstone, uncle of Mr. Fred Vincy, had a will box. When he was dying, he asked Mary Garth bring will box and burn second will. And in return, Mr. Featherstone will give her gold. Miss Mary Garth refused to do so. When the will was read by family, they were shocked because second will deprived Mr. Fred Vincy from money as well as property. All fortune went to Joshua Rigg, illegitimate son of Mr. Featherstone, while in first will Mr. Fred Vincy was owner of £10,000. Now Mary felt herself responsible that if she had burned the second will, Mr. Fred was owner of all property, but all this made Mr. Fred a responsible person. He worked hard. He thought he should not trust in fortune. He must have to made everything for himself. and then he was able to earn money, and that money made him to able to marry with Miss Mary Garth. Mary Garth was a practical girl. She did not believe in magic wand, or she did not believe in fairy tales. She believed in hard work, so this hard work made them happy and made their union. Widow Cap. When Mr. Kazaban died, all were expecting that Miss Dorothea Kazaban will wear widow's cap, but in spite of criticism, she refused to do so. It shows that she did not believe in social norms, she did not believe in the traditions, and she was moderate in thinking. Music. We see Miss Rosamond plays the music and sings the songs. First, she did with Mr. Lydgate and was succeeded. Then, she used for Captain Lydgate. Very often, she played music to attract Mr. Ladislaw. But she was shocked when Mr. Ladislaw told her that he never loved her. In fact, he loved Miss Dorothea Kazaban. It made her frustrated. She was using it to spell the men, but every time she was not succeeded. Cottage's plan. In first book, we see Miss Dorothea had a plan to build cottages for farmers with better facilities. Her uncle rejected the idea. Mr. James Chatham was ready, but in return he wanted Miss Dorothea to make marriage with him. But Miss Dorothea rejected this offer. She married Mr. Kazaban, that she will also learn research work and will fulfill her cottage's plan, but both were remained unfulfilled, and after that she married to Mr. Ladislaw. Mr. Kazaban's book. Mr. Kazaban was writing a book, Origins of Myth. Miss Dorothea was impressed and married to Mr. Kazaban, but she came to know it was an illusion. This book never completed or published because Mr. Kazaban had no command at research or high brain to achieve this objective. Middlemarch. Middlemarch, the village, is a symbol of old traditions. Peoples are not ready to accept changes. They do not give space to outsiders. Cottage's plan never happened fulfilled. Lydgate new practice of medicine was not welcomed. Will Ladislaw faced disappointment, so we can say Middlemarch society was narrow minded. Miss Dorothea. Miss Dorothea is symbol of change. She don't follow traditions. That's why she left her property and married with Ladislaw. Her cottage plan shows that she believes in social work and she wanted to use her ability. Will Ladislaw. Mr. Will Ladislaw is symbol of love. He is man of words and came back from London just for Miss Dorothea. He turned down offer of Mr. Bulstrode because money is not a matter for him. Rosamond Vincy. She is symbol of greed. She is hasty in nature. She tries to spell Lydgate and succeeded. Then she tries to impress Captain Lydgate, then Ladislaw, but she is disappointed. And in this frustration, she never remained happy. Mr. Tertius Lydgate. He is a doctor but not able to do good decisions. We see he is weak in nature. That's why he cannot take decisions at right time. Mr. Kazaban. Miss Dorothea's husband, Mr. Edward Kazaban, is average man who has shallow nature. He cannot complete anything, even not able to give trust to his wife. Miss Celia and Mr. Chatham. Both are selfish. When Miss Celia wants to share jewelry of mom, she wanted to keep most of articles with her. Mr. James Chatham and Mrs. Chatham want Mrs. Kazabana to marry again, so their son Arthur will be heir of property of Miss Dorothea Kazaban. Mr. Fred Vincy is symbol of courage, although in start of novel we see that he made so many mistakes and he was the guy who was searching everything without effort, but later on we see he is a man of work and symbol of dedication. Mary Garth is a woman of inspiration. She is true to her words. She is very mature as compared other female characters of the novel. Mr. Bulstrode, as we see that heaven is a place where everyone wants to live, but there is an intruder and serpent who poisons everything. Here, Mr. Bulstrode is symbol of evil. We don't find his single action which can be praised. He deceived his first wife. He put Will Ladislaw, Mr. Lydgate, and Mr. Fred in trouble. By nature, he is evil, so no good expectations can be kept by him. He is a true picture of evil man. So these were few symbols which I discussed with you people. I hope so you liked it. Till my next video, take care of yourself and cha cha. How?